Good morning everybody, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you're listening. I'm going to try something a little bit different today, where I'm just going to freeball it a bit and see how that goes. Anyway, I want to talk about timings, the incredible timing of everything that's happening in the UK right now. Now, you may or may not be aware, about 2 weeks ago, there was a demonstration held in Trafalgar Square, which was a celebration of Britishness. And there's no other way to put it. That's what it was. It was people coming together to celebrate being British. It was peaceful. There were songs. It was nice. I watched bits of it. Speeches about who we are, where we come from. And the whole thing was architected, organised by Mr. Tommy Robinson. And there he did do something that potentially was illegal. Well, so the government says. But if you have any sense whatsoever, you'll understand that it wasn't illegal. He was just showing a documentary that he made where he just demonstrated the truth. He showed a documentary, he made a film where he didn't espouse too much opinion. He showed the truth. He showed events that happened around. And I won't go too much into that documentary. If you want to go watch it, you can. It's on Twitter. He documented truth. The government of the UK did not like the documentary because it made them look in a bad light. It made the authorities look in a bad light, and therefore they tried to make this documentary that demonstrated the truth illegal. He showed the documentary anyway, and an arrest warrant came out for him. You just take a step back sometimes and you wonder, what kind of country are we living in? You know. Fast forward a week, or maybe two, I'm not sure, and a young lad goes into a children's dance class and murders children. And the government and the authorities are trying to label this as some sort of far-right, fading away in the Nazi phenomenon, and they've come out and they are pissed off. I don't really know. I don't know what they're trying to say. When it's obvious these people, they're holding the Union Jack, they're holding the St George's flag, the St Andrews, the Welsh, the Irish flag, the Patriots. And I'll continue to keep calling this Patriot protests. This is what it is. This is a reaction to people who feel their country disappearing. So these Patriot protests at times have got ugly. But it stands to reason that there is reason behind it. It's not just mindless thuggery. Anyway, if you have any interest in the news, you'll know everything I've just said. I've just basically gone over the last couple of weeks. But the thing I want to talk about is the incredible timing of all this. It's like something out of a movie. Bad timing for the government and potentially good timing. You know, like it's written in the stars for the patriots of this country. While this simmering animosity towards the government and the patriots have risen up across the country, at the same time, the talisman is about to come back into the country and be arrested on fucking fucked up terrorism charges that don't make sense, because they're coming after him because he's trying to tell you what they don't want you to know. And the government, I'm sure, ridiculously, arrogantly, are just going to continue on the path of silencing him. You know, we're in charge, you're not. They won't want to show any weakness, but they need to be very careful. They need to tread very carefully, because there is a population out there that is very angry, and we saw the catalyst of the slaughters of them poor little girls. The political imprisonment of Tommy Robinson could be another catalyst that could see things flare up even more, because it's my understanding that I've been watching the protests in Bangladesh. What makes people really angry is when the government isn't treating them fairly. And a lot of people will think, these protests are about the killings of them girls. Not necessarily. It's the two-tier system that everyone keeps talking about. How the white indigenous population of this country is being treated by the government and the policing compared to people of foreign societies. Foreign societies in this country, how they're treated is completely different, because the government and the police are fear of being called racist and fear of reprisals for it. And people just see it plain and simple now. They see the two-tier system, and that's what's making people angry. when they see government treating people differently. That's what's happening in Bangladesh. I don't know, completely understand it, but they brought in some system where they had to employ a certain amount of people they called freedom fighters into the civil service, so people weren't getting employed on merit. And again, that's made them angry because they're not seeing fairness, and that's what's really happening here. So yeah, that's basically just what I wanted to talk about, mainly the timing, which I don't think many people have mentioned. It's like there's two narratives happening here at the same time. It's the angry population, and then we have the main character of the story almost, the figurehead, the embodiment of the movement. Tommy Robinson's coming back. So all this discontent simmering in the nation, and then the embodiment of the discontent is about to be put on trial, and how will the government respond? And I plead to them, be careful what you do. Stop thinking about yourself, stop being arrogant, do the right thing, give him a fair trial. Thank you.